Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about The Walking Dead. And one problem I've had with the series for a long time is basically just how the TV show version ended. Now, I'm definitely not saying that I thought the TV show ending was bad, because to be honest, I actually kind of liked it. But still, my honest opinion, to be honest with y'all, is that the comics had a better ending. And if y'all don't already know, the comic book ending is 25 years set in the future, with Carl Grimes being all grown up and living on a farmhouse with Sophia. And honestly, TV show viewers don't really have to worry about the ending of the comics or know anything about it to just appreciate the fact that he was alive at the ending of the comics. Considering that they decided to kill him off in the show, that is. And that's basically what this whole video is centered around. Carl. Or more so just what his character stands for in the series and just what he's about. And his character has been following us through the show all the way back since season 1, and I would say that he got his first good bit of character development all the way back in season 2. And trust me, that was a long time ago. And way later on down the line, the second big piece that I would say of Carl's character development, or at least one of the ones we got, was in season 7 to 8 with the whole character development when Negan killed Glenn, which was pretty hard for readers and viewers in the show and the comics, leading many fans to have the same feeling towards Negan in the show and the comics. Except in the comics, I would say that I actually enjoyed the whole arc with Negan, and they actually did it pretty well overall. But in the AMC version, it's kind of as if even if you do see it as a good arc, you kind of have to wait a little while and just let it marinate. And then you end up seeing it as a good arc later, but no one actually ever enjoys the arc on their first time watching it, I don't think. And there's so much statistical evidence to back that up that we can go with research online, but I'm not even going to get into that right now, just for time's sake in the video. And on another note, I actually did enjoy Carl in the TV show a lot more than I thought I would, because he was kind of a character that I had to grow into in my own personal opinion. I didn't really like him that much at first, or at least not as much as I liked him in the comics. Which is fine, because, I mean, there are lots of other characters on the TV show that are exactly like that. But anyways, when I was at the point where I had finally grown into him, it made me really sad when I found out about his death. And when I had to watch it play out on screen and see him get bit, it was honestly pretty upsetting, and for a lot of other viewers as well. I would say that they handled killing him off as best as they could, but the whole problem in the first place is that I don't think they should have killed him in the first place. I mean, in my opinion, the whole ending relied on him. Carl Grimes was the ending of The Walking Dead. Because when we get all the way to season 11, I liked their ending, but not as much as the original. Without Carl there, and especially in things like season 9, 10, and 11, something just feels missing from the story. And I mean, the thing that's missing is Carl. Because at this point in the series that we were at, without him, it always just felt a little strange being in season 11 without Carl Grimes. Because on the other hand, in the comics, where we were at right now, Carl was actually around and still able to help. And I don't know how many of y'all actually already know, but a quick spoiler warning before I move on to the next topic in the video, so I'm just going to give y'all a second to click off. Okay. Rick Grimes actually does die in the comics at the hands of Sebastian Milton in the Commonwealth, so if Rick was still around in the show at that point, that would be around season 11. But yeah, when I saw this play out on panel in the comics reading it, it was pretty sad. So now, without Carl or Rick in the TV show version, it left a lot of viewers and fans wondering, how will it end? And in November 20th, 2022, fans would get the answer to that question with the release of the episode, Rest in Peace. Like I said before, I actually enjoyed this episode a lot, and I watched it live on air as soon as it started streaming and coming out. And I mean, we've all already seen how the ones who live played out, so that had a pretty good ending, thankfully. And honestly, for what's next to come, hopefully a reunion between Rick Grimes and Daryl Dixon in season 2 of the Daryl Dixon spinoff. Now, while I like the TV show and comic book version, I can't help but honestly give my favorite to the Robert Kirkman version. But of course, everyone is going to have their own opinion, so it's okay. But yeah, I think that's going to about wrap up my video on The Walking Dead. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.